Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Boy, I'll tell you, what an absolutely gorgeous day it is this morning. Now, I know most days I wake up and say, hey, what a nice day it is, but today is an extra special one. It's not overly hot. It smells just absolutely amazing. I don't know, maybe we got a little rain last night. I don't think so, but boy, it just feels so alive out here. Hear the birds all chirping and stuff like that. And you hear the cicadas in the background and things like that. What a symphony, I'll tell you. It's amazing. Guys, really, I know it's tough because I did the whole work-a-day deal where, we had to get up really early, get all the kids ready to get to daycare, school, or wherever it was that they were going. And I mean, you're literally practically, your nerves are shot before you actually get out your front door. And, I get that. And so, if at all possible, you get that chance, just kind of like, take some time out, de-stress, get an opportunity to be, that solitude is an absolute necessity. Don't kid yourself. Don't allow your mind to get so busy. I know people that even sleep with their televisions on because their minds are just so busy that when they're in actual quietness, they can't actually rest in it. What a tragedy that is. Start practicing that. Practice a little bit of quietness and solitude. You'll really love it. It'll be one of the best gifts you truly give yourself. I genuinely believe that. Now, guys, the articles that I was reading today, oh boy, here you got, Putin coming out there. I was about to say Biden, but hey, they're almost synonymous in my mind nowadays, both of them really. But all these politicians, look, the deal is this. I don't care if it's the right side, the left side, to this side, to that side. In my view, a lot of these politicians are on their own side at the end of the day, aren't they? That's the way I look at it. But anyway, this article was about Putin. Now, he has just signed a big-time document making their central bank digital currency, the digital ruble, guys, legal tender over there in Russia. And when I was reading all this, hey, look, in 2022, they were doing a lot of pilots and stuff like that. Well, now you're watching it happen in real time. And it won't be too long till it takes over the entire marketplace in Russia. And guys, don't kid yourself. When you're seeing all these BRICS countries come out and they're talking about having their own currency backed by gold, they're talking about a digital currency that could circumvent this entire SWIFT system. And what does that mean? No more sanctions. That's what that means. The West has really been able to, with this reserve currency status and the whole SWIFT network, has been able to exert its political pressure and will over a lot of nations in the past. That's going to be off the table, guys. And don't kid yourself. The dynamic that is going to cause to shift in the power structure around the world, massive. And on top of that, we're watching future prices right now. And why is it? Well, guys, it's primarily because the Politburo out there in China has come out and said, hey, we're willing to, support our infrastructure, our system here. And what are we talking about there, guys? Well, bailouts for Chinese businesses and all this and this and that. And of course, whenever the central banks come out there and publicly say, hey, we're willing to bail you out, no problemo, boom, up it goes. Now, something else that really kind of goes along with this, but it's in a sad way as far as I'm concerned, because it's crazy. You get all these big time banks. Well, they can get bailed out just like that. You and I, we need a little helping hand. Unbelievable. It's like, nope, not doing it. Do you realize the rejections for, car loans are at an all-time high where the financing is not coming through to approve those loans? And so, guys, what does that tell you? Hey, when you're not seeing that kind of liquidity and people are getting rejected for car loans and things like that, the auto industry is an absolute massive driver, for the economy, because of course it's not just the cars that are being sold and driven and all that, and the gas and the insurance and all that goes along with that, but the opposite side of it too, the manufacturing. Look, if you're not getting a lot of people, demand could be up there, but if they're not getting approved for their financing, and how many people are going to go drop cash, $20 to $40 to $50,000 on their cars? Not many, right? You get a lot of people out there, the demand's there, but they can't get them through on the financing side. Guys, you're not selling cars. And we are going to see a big time, this is going to have reverberations right through the economy. Don't kid yourself. And this is the deal. We just had an article, I think it was last week sometime. And in that article, it was talking about how a lot of Americans are starting to default on their credit cards because they've reached those limits because they've been living on the credit cards, and now they don't have even the ability to pay the minimum payments, and so default rates are rising into the double digits. So now you're going out and people are looking for loans on vehicles. Well, hey, people's credit, even if you've been making your payments, they've been readjusting the scores. Well, the credit's not there anymore. And the liquidity is drying up. We are in a major liquidity crisis, and this is what it looks like. And you got Jim Rickards out there, and he's reporting that, hey, look, we're seeing we are going to see a supply crunch like no tomorrow due to the fact that manufacturing is going to be down and all this and that. And he literally says this is designed to kill the dollar. And boy, I'll tell you, if you don't know who Jim Rickards is, he is one of the world's greatest and smartest. What a sharp mind when it comes to as an economist. You need to kind of pick some of the things up that he's written. It is truly amazing. And boy, he has a way of telling it in a way that almost everybody could understand. It is truly something. He's really gifted. And I'll tell you, this guy's out there really sounding the alarms, and he's been around for a long time. He's saying, look, these are telltale markers. If you went to the doctor, he's checking your glands, he's looking down your throat, he's doing this. And what's he doing? He's doing his diagnostic, isn't he? So that he can come up with a diagnosis of, hey, what you might need to get better, or what's really your problem, what's going on here, and this and this and that. Well, when you get an honest economist out there who's diagnosing what the economy looks like, the symptoms are all evident. His diagnosis you could probably rely on it pretty good. And I'll tell you, read up on Jim Rickards and what he sees coming. It will really be an eye-opener, to be sure. Guys, I'll tell you, we all need to sit down, take time, and really thank God that we have been made aware of this entire digital asset space, because I'm telling you, what's about to take place is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. I genuinely believe that, because we're going to see a transition into this digital economy, and it is going to happen fast in a powerful way. Now, you got folks out there, almost biting their fingernails off because of, XRP dropped down to like 69 some cents or whatever it is, and this and that. They're not prepared. Look, I think XRP could potentially, possibly go all the way back down into the 50s there and, tag that previous resistance as support. But when it's time to take off, it is going to happen like a rocket, and it's going to happen so fast. I really personally believe that that's what's going to happen. And I've been here to see it. Guys, I was telling you long before how you'd see XRP just take her along. And one day, bam! And I've watched it happen time and time again. And I'll tell you this, in that last bull run that we were a part of that really transformed our lives, it happened in weeks, guys. Took us months and months to build up to it. But when it finally fired off, it was literally weeks. Think of it like a space mission. I mean, I'm really serious. NASA goes out there and they can prepare sometimes, 18 months, maybe even 2 years in advance. But when launch day comes, wow, is it on, and it happens quick, right? That's what it's going to be like in this space, in my opinion. When launch day comes, most folks are not even going to be ready for it, because they're just going to get lulled into, it's the status quo, up, down, and then because most of this digital asset space, boy, is it ever boring. For 2, maybe 3 years, boredom, until bam, that 1 year. And even in that 1 year, it's usually the last 4 to 6 weeks that we really see the amazing moves. And it happens so quick. And people get almost lulled to sleep because they don't have the stick-to-itiveness. They don't understand how things really work in a marketplace, that they just don't go up in a straight line and all this and that. And so what do? A lot of them capitulate this, that, and the other thing. And then what happens? It fires off. And what are they left with? Well, they're left with a story to tell. If I had just held on, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, I would have been blah, 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 and all this and this and this. And it's, it's like our old football stories from high school. Well, that one touchdown, and on and on it goes, right? We know what that's like. That's not the story we want to have. We don't want to have the story. We want to have the life, right? That's what we want to have. And the story we want to tell is how it changed our lives, isn't it? And guys, I'm just sharing that with you to let you know, don't believe all the FUD and the narrative. Get your own conviction. Go out there, really, really go out and research it for yourself. And give yourself some credit. You know what? Isn't it interesting how our gut can kind of tell us where things are going and how they're getting there? And I'm telling you, a lot of people just don't trust their guts anymore. They literally get talked out of their own, what they see with their own eyes. You know, I heard one commenter say one time, you know, if someone tells you that the sky is green long enough, you know, and you go out and say, yeah, but it looks blue to me. No, it's green. But, no, it looks blue. No, it's green. I'm telling you it's green. And then you get a lot of other people saying it's green. One day you're going to walk out there and say, yeah, I guess the sky is green. But that's how it works. They just talk you into, and you just start hearing the narrative so long that you might end up believing it. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. And for those of us who are old enough to understand that reference, by the way, if you're not old enough to understand that reference, research where "don't drink the Kool-Aid" comes from. It'll really be an eye-opener for you. Well, anyway, guys, I really love and appreciate you. And I want to say this. We just passed over that 25,000 subscriber mark. We have 25,081. I like to wait until we're just hedging over it a bit before I come out and announce it. But I'll tell you what, it is not because of just me or Judy. This is a we deal. We all did it. We all did it, guys. You are as much a part of this. You own as much of this, milestone as any of us do. And what we're going to do this Saturday, and I'm going to, later on this week, I'll give you the time, we are going to have a live stream, and this one is going to be an amazing live stream. We are going to have a lot of stuff to present to the community absolutely for free, and things that you are really going to appreciate. Now, one of the things we're going to do for sure is Judy is going to give the story of these coffee cups. She's going to lay them all out on her counter. She's going to tell you each and every one of them, what the story is, how many we got, and da-da-da-da-da. A lot of people have asked for that, so she's going to do it, and it's going to be great. So I can't wait till this Saturday to see you there. I'll let you know what the time's going to be later on this week. Probably tomorrow, I'll tell you. But needless to say, it's coming. Thanks, guys. You deserve it. You deserve to be congratulated, and just such a wonderful part of this community. And you are definitely the best community in all of crypto. The encouragement you guys give, I'll tell you, when you see a heart and a like and a thumbs up on that, that's me and Judy going in there and saying, hey, we read and acknowledged your comment. We read every single one, good, bad, and otherwise, guys. And I'll tell you, we really appreciate you so much. Well, I'll tell you what, until later on today where we have a fantastic video for you, I sure hope you have a great one, and take care.